Good morning. This is Taylor Edrington, owner of Gorge Anglers, with a video report for July 26th for the South Platte watershed. Uh, the three sections that we will focus on today will be 11 Mile Canyon, the Dream Stream, as well as the Badger Basin down to the above Spinney section of the South Platte watershed. Um, Basically, a lot of cool stuff going on this watershed right now. The flow above Spinney is right now at 238. The flow around 11 Mile staying steady at around 250. And then the flow in 11 Mile Canyon just a touch higher at 320 today. The fishing has really turned on since the high flows have begun to recede. The hatches have been very consistent, and were even consistent during the high flows, which is pretty strange. But they will only get better and better as the flows begin to really steady out and calm a bit. Let's start out with the fishery above Spinney. Including the South Fork, which we guide on a ton. The dry fly fishing has just been insane. Double, triple dry rigs, sometimes, trailing emergers. We've had tricos, we have had PMDs, we've had a lot of attractor action with humpies, wolves, terrestrial action with ants and hoppers. And really, just presentation is becoming the key, just because these fish have gotten a little pressure here in the last month, only because that section has been the really, really fishable section, while everything else has been flowing about 500 CFS and pretty intimidating. And so the South Fork will continue to fish well, although the flows are down in the 25 to 30 CFS range. Those fish that have been dumped in there will continue to feed very actively. Moving down to above Spinney, we're basically looking at a really nice flow down there with that kind of in that 200 CFS level. A lot of fish holding up in that old barns section and looking up. I mean, you've got those PMDs, you've got the tricos, you've got a lot of little yellow sallies and brown stones actually hatching up in that section. I haven't seen fish really key on them yet, but if you're into nymphing early in the morning before the hatches really happen, a nice brown stone or little yellow sally stone trailing a PMD emerger should be the ticket for you. And then down into the Dream Stream section, kind of mimicking the same type of fishing, nymphing in the morning or streamer fishing until those hatches happen. We've been seeing tricos start to come off in the mid-morning to late morning, as well as PMDs. Still some caddis, still some tan caddis kicking around. Like I said, the odd stone or one or two of them coming off. But really want to focus on the tricos and the PMDs. Same is true for 11 Mile Canyon. Bumping down into 11 Mile Canyon, we have great trico hatches. There's even some blue wings coming off sporadically, and then the PMD hatches are just insane right now. When you're nymphing, focus on those same type of aquatics. Like I said, maybe an attractor fly, being a stone fly, a size 14 brown stone, trailing a PMD nymph or PMD emerger. Standard bars emerger will fish because there's still a ton of blue wings in the water. Midges, yes, they will fish, but in my opinion, if you don't have to fish a midge, don't. I mean, midges are a lame excuse for a fly, and PMDs being great right now, and then with the tricos and stuff like that coming off. I tend to kind of wait and not really nymph fish, just kind of wait for that hatch to come off. Hopper dropper fishing is great in these sections. I mean, our guides have done really well with larger flies, size 10 to 14 Amy's ants, parachute hoppers in a size 16, trailing a little PMD emerger or a tungsten weighted PMD nymph. So those sections are really fishing alike right now. Let's kind of look at the patterns that I love, the hot flies, so to speak. Let's take a look at that. Starting out with, something that's going to go away here pretty soon, but is still fairly active, and you can catch fish on it. It's both the caddis emerger, the pupa, as well as the adult. The adult pattern that I like is a tan ice caddis or a tan foam caddis in a size 16. Just a really productive pattern, good little attractor. If you're experiencing a really technical hatch and fish really aren't looking at your trico or PMD, try throwing a caddis in there. Try throwing a royal wolf or a humpy in there. These things are just, fish food. I mean, fish like to eat big flies. I mean, I don't care if it's a tailwater, just throw it on and give it a shot if they're being really technical. Another, like I said, hopper dropper fishing is great right now, especially early on before hatches. And a really nice little hopper pattern that I really enjoy fishing and guiding with them on those sections is the high vis parachute hopper. That real yellow body. This is a size 16, and that nice, 3-color post is very visible. You can throw a nice unweighted PMD underneath that and just kill it. Great way to approach all 3 of these sections, and even the South Fork up above, below Antero. So let's get into a little bit of the hatch matching scenarios. I'm going to start with tricos, which are, of course, a lot of fun this time of year, and we really enjoy fishing them, but it's can be a technical type of fishing for sure. Let's start out with the spinner, and basically the trico hatch is best known for the spinner fall, where all those post-mate mating bugs, bugs that are returning back to the river, are let's look at that form. This is a trico spinner that we tie with a nice long tail on it. Obviously you can see that spinner wing, just laying down there. This is a size 22. Sometimes you'll need it in a size 24, which is pretty dang small. You're going to need to go to 6X or 7X to deal with that. So can be very technical. Looking at another excellent pattern for tricos, and this can really be a successful pattern, productive pattern during the hatch in the late morning as well as during the spinner fall, is a sprout trico. No, that's pretty hard to see. That's a size 24. It really seems to produce really well during that morning hatch, but don't discount it during the spinner fall. Nice post on it, and just an excellent pattern there. And let's go into PMDs real quick. Starting with the emerger, one of Quigley's patterns, referred to as the Hat Creek emerger. Obviously designed for Hat Creek, hence the name. But this PMD pattern with a nice Zelon wing and that PMD, that great PMD yellowish tan body. That Zelon really holds nice air bubbles, and it seems to fish really successfully before hatches, during hatches, after hatches. Again, that's the Hat Creek emerger done by Quigley. And this pattern is in a size 16 to 18. We tie it in a 20 also, but that 18 tends to be the productive one. And Almost Done is another very productive pattern for us. Got that nice that loop parachute, as well as that nice body. I mean, that quill body is just incredible. Really long Zelon tail, and in that, again, yellowish tan body is really productive for an emerger as well as a dry. That's why we call it the Almost Done PMD. Going into another excellent PMD emerger right now, soft tackle PMD with a quill body. Just an incredible buggy PMD. Got a nice glass bead behind that hackle, and really holds that nice air bubble look that emerger is going to hold. Fishes really well behind parachute hopper or a tan caddis. That little glass bead gives it a little weight to get down underneath the surface film. And then my two go-to dries for PMDs right now, size 18 Sprout PMD. It's got that nice big parachute, and then just very visible. It's got a reddish body as well as a yellow abdomen, and just tends to be just a super productive pattern. Like I said, size 18 to 20, the most popular size range for that fly, but that's the Sprout PMD. That's one of Solitude's patterns. And then to wrap it up, one of Larry Kingery's patterns, one of my all-time favorites, is the PMD Comparadun with a quill body. Pretty tough fly to tie, however, it's just an incredibly productive pattern for the South Platte drainage as well as the Arkansas. This is a size 16, however, we have hatch matchers in a size 18 as well as a 20. So that's the PMD Comparadun done by Larry Kingery. If you have any questions, I know we've gone through a lot here, but the 3 sections of the South Platte will continue to fish very productively throughout the first couple weeks of August and into late August, and PMDs, Tricos, etc. will be the ticket. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call here at the Fly Shop, 719-269-3474, or shoot us an email at any time at info@royalgorgeanglers.com. Thanks for stopping by, and have an excellent day on the water.